Hi there, I'm Chef Alina Z, and today we're making over the Chinese orange chicken. I know it sounds crazy, so you gotta watch the video to see what my secrets and my tips and tricks are to making this soy-free, gluten-free, and delicious. So check out this video. So do you know it is actually possible to have healthier Chinese food? And today we're gonna make a Chinese orange chicken that is gonna have all the healthy ingredients. I know it's crazy, it's almost unbelievable, but guess what? We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it with these ingredients. We're gonna use brown rice flour, we're gonna use orange zest, we're gonna use cornstarch, organic cornstarch, chopped garlic, chopped ginger, freshly squeezed orange juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice, vinegar, rice vinegar, black pepper and some salt, and coconut aminos and coconut sugar. So let's get started. So we're gonna begin with 1.5 cups of water. I'm gonna heat it up and then I'm gonna put my sauce ingredients in there so we can make the sauce. So we have the coconut sugar. I'm gonna heat it all up to a nice boil. We have coconut aminos, and the reason why we're using those is gonna be soy-free. So coconut aminos is a great substitute for soy sauce. And then coconut sugar will be less, it's gonna affect your blood sugar much less than regular sugar. Orange juice, well, because it's orange chicken, so duh, we're gonna use some orange. And we're gonna use some orange zest because that's where we get all the flavor. It smells amazing. The thing and the trick, the biggest trick, I think, to food is to use really, really good ingredients, high quality ingredients, and to put love in there, because when you talk to the food, you know, you have that energy, we are all energy, it all works together. I think when you have good intentions and you feel happy, food really feels it. So we have lemon juice freshly squeezed. We have some rice vinegar, salt and pepper. And then my tricks are, for ginger, I buy ginger in a little glass jar, so I don't have to peel it, I don't have to chop it, and it tastes amazing, and it saves you so much time. Also, it doesn't go bad quickly, unlike regular ginger, because it's a little bit pickled, but it's fantastic. And you can do the same with garlic, or you can just put the garlic through a garlic press, so it's quick and easy. Again, I'm here to show you how you can make this food attainable, so you don't feel like, oh my God, there's like too much stuff, how do you do this stuff? Like really, it's not that hard. You just have to go to the grocery store with a shopping list from this recipe and ask a nice shopping clerk to help you find the ingredients. And then you just measure them and you mix them. It's like making a cocktail. I always talk about food being like mixologist. So we're literally like mixing things. So we want to get this marinade to a nice boil. So we melt all the sugar. And then we're gonna get the chicken ready. We're gonna put the chicken to marinate for a couple of hours. And I don't wanna use my hands to touch it, so that's why I'm doing this. I chop the chicken in big chunks. You can buy either chicken breast or chicken tenders, but please, please, please buy only organic, pasture-raised chicken. Here's why. If you buy chicken that's farm-raised, conventional farm-raised, it has not seen the light of the sky, it did not see the sun, so it did not have a good happy life, and it has steroids and antibiotics, so it can live that life. And frankly, we as humans don't want to ingest extra steroids or antibiotics, do we? So I know I don't, because those steroids make one little chicken double or triple or quadruple in size. Like, I don't know how about you, but I don't want to quadruple in size. I'm cool. So I only buy organic, free-range chicken that had good life and were treated with dignity and had good food. This is starting to smell really good because you have the vinegar and you have the orange zest and the sugar. So, and we have the salt. So, you know, if you think about it, like the great thing about, let's say, McDonald's or Chinese food, it's that mix of sweetness and the sour flavors and the salt, and that is just magical. So that's what we're doing right now. We're creating the magic, but we're creating it with ingredients that are gonna treat us with dignity, gonna make us feel amazing afterwards. And during the meal, of course. I mean, you wanna have the pleasure of eating the meal. You don't really need to stir it too much. We're gonna stir our sauce later. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do, how we're gonna make it thick, because right now it's pretty thin. Yeah, it's just very thin. So we're gonna let this bring to boil, and then we're gonna let it cool for 10 to 15 minutes. So the sauce has cooled down, and we're going to marinate our chicken in half of the sauce for about 2 hours. We're gonna reserve the other half to make our sauce for the actual dish. So we're gonna marinate this, making sure that the chicken is covered nicely. So we're gonna let it marinate for 2 hours. Okay, so we're ready to do the rest of this meal. We have the chicken marinated, and we have rice flour. So I'm gonna take the chicken out, and I'm gonna make sure that it's nicely coated in the flour. It's okay, sometimes it gets stuck together, it's not a big deal. We're gonna work in batches, and we're gonna use grapeseed oil for our pan. I never use canola oil. I only use ghee, coconut oil, or grapeseed oil for cooking on high heat. But coconut oil will have a lot of flavor, so we don't really want that. And I want to keep this dairy free, so we're not gonna use ghee. Mix it all nicely. So every chicken piece is coated in flour. And you can use other gluten-free flours if you want. I prefer gluten-free flour because it's better for your digestion. But if you are using gluten flour, try the Gluten Guardian from the Bioptimizers to make sure that you are digesting that gluten. And this is how you can test if the pan is hot enough. Just put it like this. If it doesn't sizzle, it's not hot enough. That's how you know. We want it sizzling hot. So if you want to multitask, live on the edge, you can do these together at the same time. So we're going to put the sauce back in here. And then we're going to add cornstarch. Now this is a tricky part here because you want to make sure that the sauce with the cornstarch, we want to move it really quickly so it gets thick without any clumps. This is the busy girl's Chinese food. I want to do it all at the same time. We can do it, I believe in us. Because the chicken is going to take a little bit of time to cook. So I'm going to layer all the chicken in the pan in one layer. So while the chicken is cooking, we're going to be stirring the sauce. We're going to get it nice and thick. If it's too thick, you can always add water. I don't mind it being like that. And I'm not going to cover it with a lid, otherwise the chicken won't be crispy enough. It will be too steamy inside, so I'm going to just leave it open like that. It's coming along really nice. Here's how you know if your sauce is thick. You are going to be moving either the fork, or if you're using the whisk, you're going to feel how it's resisting. And once it starts to get like gooey, look, isn't it beautiful? So we can turn it off the heat. Yeah, look at that sauce. It's gonna continue to get a little thicker because it's gonna cool down slowly, but that is really good. Make sure to use organic cornstarch, please. You don't want any GMO corn. And the way to know if we need to flip the chicken is you can see it's nice and brown, golden brown on one side, and then we're gonna flip it, and then just wait for like about 4 or 5 minutes, because it's pretty thick pieces. You can check it yourself. If you're having smaller pieces, of course it's gonna take less time. And then what you can do is just use a knife to cut through the chicken and make sure it's not pink, it's purely white inside, and that's how you know it's done. So see, like it's starting to get there, nice golden color. I'm getting so impatient. I'm like, it smells really good. So I'm like, is it ready yet? So if you are impatient, try cutting the chicken in smaller pieces so they will cook faster. Smells really, really good. I think it's time to flip it. I like working with tongs, so that way you can pick every piece and make sure it's flipped correctly. Oh yeah. If you're plant-based, you can use the sauce and make plant-based chicken. You can buy chicken made out of soy. Very customizable with the sauce. All right, another 5 minutes and we're done. So the way to check the chicken, you want to take the thickest piece and see if that's cooked. And then you want to take a thick piece from the other side and see if that's cooked, and they're cooked. So now, we are not done yet. Final stretch. Okay, check out our beautiful sauce. Look how gorgeous. And we're gonna cook it in the sauce. I'm not gonna put all of the sauce. I wanna reserve a little. But yeah, just have to be careful because it starts splashing. But oh my God, it smells amazing. I wish you guys were here, but you just have to make it yourself. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna need all of the sauce to cover the chicken. So we're finishing the sauce. We're gonna add it and saute it for about 2-3 minutes, and then we're done. And we're done. This is it. How easy was that? So we're just gonna plate this chicken. So I love using tongs because you can get a better grip and have better control. And I'll give you guys a little tip. This is 2 servings of protein right here, about 2 servings. The way to know how much protein you should be having, it should be the size of your palm. So if it is more than that, please make sure to get digestive enzymes. Bioptimizers has amazing ones to help you digest the food, because sometimes you do want to overindulge a little, and that's okay. And we just decorated this chicken with some chives, well, green onions, but you can use chives. And that's it. Better than a restaurant food because it's made with all organic, clean ingredients. It's gonna make you feel good during and after. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, so now we gotta try this. We gotta see what I made. The sauce looks amazing. That's really good. I might sound surprised because I've actually never had orange chicken in a Chinese restaurant, but this is really good. It's like sweet and sour and salty. And it's so sticky. The sauce is so sticky. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta warn you, it's really addictive because you have like the sugar and the salt and the sour, and you're like, I wanna keep this coming. Comment, let me know what you guys think. I think it turned out terrific. Let me know what you think.